Hi students, with the help of this video, I try to clear your concept between permutation and combination. Actually, oftenly you guys confuse between permutation and combination. I am going to take one question, and with the help of this question, I try to explain that how can you do that question with the help of either permutation, either combination, you will get the same answer. For example, there is a question like this. If there are seven athletes, and they runs a race, and three of them got prizes. How many ways they get the prize, or how many ways the prize is distributed among them? So, according to the simple mathematics, first prize, second prize and third prize. First prize can be gotten by 7 among 7 athletes, second prize get by 6 athletes, and third prize get by 5 athletes. And this way we simply solve that question and we get the answer 210. Now the same question with the help of permutation, how we do that? It means there are total 7 athletes and there are 3 prizes. That means 3 people get the prizes. So when we solve 7p5, you will get the answer. So this is the second method. So that means when you solve 7 minus 5 factorial, that is we have 7 factorial over factorial 2, that is 7 into 6. Oh sorry, 3 prizes. 7 minus 3, that means 4 factorial, that means we have 5 into 4 factorial get cancelled, so we have 210. And now the same question can be done using the formula of combination. And how we apply that? Just see over here. There are 7 prizes, 7 people and 3 prizes. Here there are 7 people and 3 people are chosen in order to get the prize. And the 3 prizes among 3 people can be won by any of them. So into factorial 3. So if we use the combination, this is our answer, and when we solve it, we get the same answer. That means we have that. Now you can see that this is also equal to 210. So I think this question will make you a clear-cut concept between permutation, combination and general mathematics we apply in order to solve these types of questions. Now I am taking another concept. For example, there are some students, they are arranging in a queue, then in how many ways they can arrange in the queue in a line. Okay. For example, I have a question. If there are 6 boys and 4 girls and they arranged in a row, how many ways they can be arranged? Clear? For example, in this way we have a question. Now, what's the answer for that? We see that how many total students are there? We have 10 students are there. Clear? There are 10 students are there. So our answer is 10p10. That means factorial 10. Simply. And nothing, we have to do nothing, because 10 students can be arranged in, they can take any places. Now for example, if our question gets changed in this way, 6 boys and 4 girls, and they arranged in a row, so that no 2 girls are arranged, no 2 girls are queued together. That means no 2 girls are together in a room. Then find how many ways, how many arrangements can be there. So in this case, we have 6 boys. Clear? So they can be arranged in factorial 6 ways. That means the persons who are not affected by these conditions, we solve just in this way. And now we have 4 girls. They are arranged in between the boys so that no 2 girls are together. So for that, we have 6 boys. So we have 6 plus 1, 7. That means we have to solve 7p4. Okay, in this way we got the answer for that question. Clear? For example, if I have taken one more thing, so that, for example, I have here 6 boys and 6 girls. Clear? And they are arranged so that they are arranged alternatively. So they arranged alternatively. Find how many? Find number of arrangements. Clear? That means 1 boy, 1 girl, 1 boy, 1 girl. For that case, you have to solve in this way. Factorial 2. Now 6 boys and 6 girls. So you just do factorial 6 and factorial 6. So when we have to place them alternatively, we just use this formula. That means factorial 2, factorial n and factorial n. In this way you can solve that. Clear? For example, we have a question like that. If there are 6 boys and 6 girls, so that all the 6 boys are together and all the 6 girls are together. That means there are 2 groups and they have to arrange in this way. So in the same case we have the same answer, because in between 6 boys, these 6 boys can be arranged in 6 ways. So we have the same answer. That means we have the answer factorial 6 squared. Clear? Now I am going to take another type of question in which these boys and girls are arranged in a circle. Okay? For example, I have a question. If there are 6 boys seated round a table, find number of arrangements. That means how they can be seated. So when they are seated around a table, just use the formula n minus 1 factorial. That means we have 6 minus 1 factorial, that is 5 factorial. Clear? Now if if I extend this question in this way, if 6 boys and 5 girls are seated, alternatively, and how they can be arranged. So in this case, I take 1% fixed. That means I just make the one boy fixed, so it becomes 6 minus 1 factorial. And the 5 girls are seated alternatively. That means we have factorial 5. So this is our answer. That means our answer is, for example, we have n boys and n girls. So we have n minus 1 factorial and n factorial. Clear? Now some more questions I will take. For example, we have a question like this. If there is a number 1, 7, 8, 9, find its number of divisors. First question. Second question, sum of divisors. For example, we have this type of question, and how we will solve that. In these types of question, we just take the prime factorization of the given number firstly. So I take it the prime factorization of 7, 8, 9. For example, 3 2 is 6, 3 6 is 18, 3 3 is 9. Now 3 7 is I will take another number. For example, I have a number like this, 100. Okay. So we just take the LCM of that number, 100. 2 5s are 10. Then 25. Then 5. Then 5. So we have its divisor 2 to the power 2, 5 to the power 2. Clear? So the first question, number of divisors. So it becomes 2 plus 1 into 2 plus 1. That means we have 3 into 3 is equals to 9. Clear? Now sum of divisors. We have 2 here. And this is 2 here. So we just write in this way, 1 plus 2 plus 2 square. Then this is 5. So we have, it is again 2. So we write 1 plus 5 plus 5 square. This is sum of divisors. So we have got the answer. I will explain it later, just for a bit of time. I just generalize the formula. That means, for example, we have a number x and it can be primarily factorized as p to the power a q to the power b. Clear? So the number of divisors become a plus 1 into b plus 1. Clear? So as I take it in 100, we have 2 to the power 2, 5 to the power 2. So we have 2 plus 1. This is not 2. I will take this one of 2. And 2 plus 1. That means 3 into 3. That is 9. So how will you find the number of divisors? I think it is clear. Now sum of divisors. Take it. Okay. Now how we do solve this question? For this we again taken that. So in this case we write in this way, 1 plus p plus p dot 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 up to pa into 1 plus q plus dot 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 q to the power b. For example, not for this question, I take an example. I have a problem like this, 2, 3 to the power 1, 5 to the power 3. For example, we have in this way. Then sum of divisor is, this is power 2. So I take 1 plus 2 plus 2 square. Now here, this is power 1. So 1 plus 3 into, this is power 3. 1 plus 5 square plus 5 to the power 3. Now just elaborate and solve it and find the answer. Now I am solving this for 100 to the power 2 to the power 5 2. So we have in this case 1 plus 2 plus 2 square into 1 plus 5 square. Now solve it. This is sum of divisors. So we have 4, 2, 6, 1, 7 into, this is 25, 5, 30, 31. So our answer is 7 and the 7, 7 3s are 21. So in this way we solve these types of questions. Now one question more I want to share with you. These are generally concept based questions. If you know the formula, you can easily solve and got the marks in your examinations very easily. For example, there is another question. Find number of diagonals in let it be hexagon. Clear? You know what is the hexagon, what is the heptagon. Hexagon means 6 side, heptagon means 7 side, octagon 8 side. I think you know. So we have a formula here. NC2 minus n. So this is the formula where n is the number of sides of the polygon. So we have here hexagon. For the diagonal we take 2 because diagonal is made with the help of 2 points. So we have hexagon 6C2 minus 6. Why I subtract this? Because I have to subtract with the number of sides. Okay. So when we solve it, I think you can easily solve that and got the answer. Now students, I am taking the questions regarding the words. We have a question like this. How many words which we can form from a given word, with or without meaning? Okay. Here one thing I want to explain you. We firstly observe the word given to us. For example, here word is given equation. And from this word we have to find how many number of words formed with or without meaning from this. That means it is a set of letters from which we have to form different words, whether they have any meaning or not. That means total number of permutations which can be formed using this one. But one thing note here, that no two words are repeated. All letters are different. All letters are distinct. In this case, you just simply solve 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It means 8P8. Or you can simply write factorial 8. This is your answer. Clear? It means count the number of letters if all are distinct and find the answer either by permutation of 8P8 or simply factorial 8. Now take another case. We have to find how many 4-letter words can be found. That means it is a given, it is a set of letters, that is a word is given, and from this word we have to make letters of 4 words. That means only 4 letters are taken from this word, and we have to form the words having 4 letters only from there, and and there's nothing repetition of any letter. So in this case our answer is 8P4. Simple. Clear? Now the next question I'm going to take. where these letters are repeated. Where these letters are repeated. For example, now we have a case. I have a letter India, and we have to form words. Now in this letter we find that I is repeated 2 times. So total number of words formation is, just count all of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 factorial, and the letters which are repeated 1 and 2. So this is factorial 2. So this is the total number of permutations which are formed in this letter. I am going to take one more example. For example, we have a word like this. Most common word you always see, Mississippi, Mississippi. For example, we have a letter like this. Clear? In total number of permutations in this case, just count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That means 9 factorial over, this is a set of 4, so factorial 4. Now 1 and 2 and 3, factorial 3. Clear? So this is the total number of permutations which can be found with the letter Mississippi. That means total number of permutations means, that means total number of words which we can form with the help of these letters, with or without meaning. There is one more question from here, that find the total number of words which can be framed using these letters, and we take all this at a time. For example, we take the letters S at a time, and we have a word Mississippi. For example, in this way. Clear? This is I. So here we have to frame a question that take the S letters at one place. So our answer is, we count M, then I, then I, then I, then I, then T, and all 4 S are together. So this make one arrangement, and this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 1, 7. So total number of letters formed here, factorial 7 over, just ignore it because it is the total set 1, and here the repetition of I is there. This is again 4, so this is 4. This is the total number of permutations when all the S are taken together. So in this way we frame different types of letters. Now next example I am going to take here. For example, we have a word. There's a question that we have a word late. Find out what is the ranking of this word late in your dictionary. That means question is in this way: find the rank of rank of word late according to dictionary. According to dictionary. As we know, in dictionary all the letters are put in the alphabetical orders. So if we have to start with late, observe how many letters come before late. So according to ABCD, A and E comes before the letter L. So when we put A in the first box, then all the 3 boxes should be filled by factorial 3 ways. Now when we take E as a starting letter, then all the 3 boxes should be kept also by factorial 3 ways. after that we don't take T because T comes after L. So we just take L. Okay. Now when we take L, then according to dictionary, next letter must be A because T and E comes afterward. So there are two cases, this one and this one. So two letters can be formed. This one is E and T and the last one is E and E. So its ranking becomes factorial 3 means what? 3 into 2. So number of cases here 3 into 2, that is 6, and here is also 6, and this case is 1 and this case is last one. So total overall we have the 6, 6, 12, 13, 14. That means ranking of the word late in the dictionary is 14 number. That means at the 14th rank our word the late comes. In this way we can solve different types of letters, etc. I am going to take one more question. For example, in permutations we have one type of question frequently there, that point three-digit number using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So having distinct digits. So in this case we have to fill 3-digit numbers. That means this digit can be filled by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, factorial 6. This is by 5 and this is by 4. So overall we have 6 5s are 30, that is 120 ways. Or we can also find it by 6p3. When we solve it, we got factorial 6, factorial 3. So we have 6 into 5 into 4 into factorial 3 and factorial 3. It's cut down. We have 5 4s are 20. 20 into 6, 120. Clear? So in this way we do that. And for example, we have another case. Just see over here. For example, the question is like that. Find 3-digit number using digits 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now as we know, we have to fill 3 boxes in order to make a 3-digit number. So in that case, we cannot start with 0. So first place can be filled in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ways. Clear? Not with 6 ways. The second one is filled with again with 5 places because now 0 is counted, and the third place with the help of 4 digits. So our answer becomes 5 into 20, that is 100 ways. In this way these questions can be done. Now the next question I am going to again explain you, because these types of questions often confuses you students. So just be sincere on the blackboard and see in how many ways can the letters of the word assassination be arranged so that all S are together. Okay, that means we have to find a number of ways how in which we can arrange these letters so that all the S, that means group of all the S letters comes together. Now we just write the letters properly. A double S, A double S, I N A T I O N. So this is the case when some letters are repeated more than one time. So we just make the group A double A I N A T I O N. Okay. I haven't grouped the letter A and I because only S are quoted here. So I put a block again, separate block for S. Clear? So total number of letters here in this case 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So our answer is factorial 10 over. We just don't write the case of S, but we consider the case in the leftover letters which are repeated. So here we see that A is repeated 3 times and I is repeated 2 times. So it should be divided by these two only. And N is also repeated by 2 times. So this is the repetition of N, this is the repetition of I, and this is the repetition of A. And we leave the repetition of S in this case. So this is the total number of arrangements in this case when we take all SR together. For example, I have another word. For example, Mumbai. In this case, we have to find the permutations when we take the letter MR together. Then how we do that? Just see the case. In this case, how it differs from this question. If you skip anything, just rewind the video and please note it down, because this concept is most confusing to lot of students, and I am trying to arrange all the concepts one by one. And if you like the video, then please comment and subscribe. And if you want to see some more videos, you can go to the description box or end of the video. Their cards are there, their links are there. You can click that link. And I made lot of videos for regarding JEE preparations, and from there you got the videos which have the collection of the questions which often asked in the previous years. They are of also maths and physics also. Okay, now come to the question. Now here we have, just to make the grouping U, B, A, I and the group of M separately. Okay, now count them. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So factorial 5 is here, but here we saw that there's no letter which is repeated. So our answer is just only factorial 5. So this is the only difference. Now again I am going to explain. For example, we have one more. For example, I have for example some more case. Parallel. P-A-R-A-L-L-E-L. Okay. Now in this case, if I say that A must be grouped, so we have left over P-R-L-L-E-L, and A is kept separately. So total number of words here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So our answer is factorial 7 over. We have L 3 times repeated, so we divide it by 3 and we just ignore the A. So in this way we solve these types of questions. Now there are some questions also of this type. Just see on the blackboard. How many words can be formed from the letters of the word series which start with S and end with S? That means there is a word for you which is bounded that it must be start with S and it must be start end with S. There may be any letter which is bounded that it starts with that, it's end with that. In that case, just make some box 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So I make it the 6 boxes. 3, 4, 5 and 6. Clear? Now these two boxes are fixed by some letters. Here in this case these are S and S, but they may be any of the letters. Okay. Now in remaining boxes we have to fill with remaining letters. So we have remaining letters 1, 2, 3 and 4. So our answer is factorial 4, but here we see that E is repeated. So we divide it by factorial 2. For example, we have another combination of series where we have letters like in this way A, B, C, D. Then our answer is only factorial 4. I think you got the concept. Clear? So we just limit that letters in that the boxes, and the remaining boxes are filled with remaining letters. If the letters are repeated, then we divide with also the number of times that letters is repeated. If the letters are not repeated, we just simply write the factorial of that. Factorial of that part we can write in the same way of the permutation. There is no difference. Clear? Now the next question which I have written in this section, just come here. Why? Find the total number of arrangements of the letters in the expression this. For example, we have expression of letters in this way. Okay? And we have to find the number of permutation, number of the words which can be formed using these letters. In the full length means the total number of letters this word contains 3 times A, 2 times B and 4 times C. Clear? The meaning of this expression is this. That means total number of words here what we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have factorial 9 over factorial 3, factorial 2, factorial 4. And there is no need to write in the expanded way. There is one more way. Just see on the blackboard, there is one more way to just add all these. 3 to 5, 4, 9. So we have factorial 9, then 3 to 4. Without expanding, you can also write in this way. Okay. In the next video of permutation and combination, I will take some more examples regarding different types of problems, because video is too long and I think you're getting tired with seeing these videos. Okay, if you haven't understand any concept, if I explain you as early in a speedy way, then please rewind the video and listen again. And I think these questions must help a lot in you to understand the concept of permutation and combination. And if you like this, I am able to explain you these concepts, then please make a like on the video or subscribe the channel. Thank you.